Hey Legacy community, it's Terramaster, and today we're continuing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy August Speed Duel Tournament replay series with the second top 4 match, and with me, once again, his YouTube channel as well as our Discord to join these tournaments will be in the description below. I once again have our celebrity guest, Rook. What's up?
Hey man, thanks for having me. Good to be here. Good to see these. I've seen these guys before. This is Jian and Five Dimension, right?
Yes.
Or Link Master.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are in everything. They're always playing.
Yeah.
These guys are always grinding it out.
Yeah, they're definitely two of the most well-known speed duelists in the community, the online community. And real quick, before we get started, Link Master here, who you'll see at the top, is FiveDimensionTCG. I'm going to link his Discord, where he hosts a lot of big speed duel tournaments, as well as his YouTube channel, where he does post some cool speed duel content. And without any further ado, let's get into the match. Rock, paper, scissors, the most psychologically taxing part of the game.
The most stressful part.
Especially when that first one...
Go second.
Yeah, especially when that first one is a draw.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, now what do I pick? Is he going to stay the same? Do I stay the same? Oh, look at this. We have a mirror.
We're seeing a Dark Moth mirror, looks like, and yeah, we're seeing both hands.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing... I mean, Dark Moth, I think, is still the best deck, but I am hearing, especially watching Cursive's tournament. I commentated his finals recently for his August tournament, and it was an inter-conflict mirror match. So I'm struggling to determine what the best deck is here, if it's Inter-Conflict or Dark Moth. But we're going to see some good Dark Moth play here, no doubt.
Yeah, I'll definitely say that Jinzo has definitely helped Inter-Conflict the most by far, because the OTK is just stronger now. Zoma can't stop you.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah,
because you take a monster for the tribute. It's so big.
Yeah.
All right, we got a Lure Darkness in the opening hand, which is really good, and we drew 2 Parasites. That's really, really good. Just need to see a Moth now. But we got Spear Karibo. We're in no danger, so Spear Karibo is a pretty safe dark target to banish there. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and set. Was that Newdoria? What are your thoughts against... looks like these are both Newdorias. So I use Dekoichis. Some people use both, but usually I'm finding that people are either picking Newdoria versus Dekoichi. I like the extra card draw. I think one of the most fun parts about this deck is how many cards you draw. With Allure, your skill, and Dekoichi.
The issue with Dekoichi, though, is now that Conflict is so frequently played, you're giving them a +1, and then they tribute your monster.
Oh, that's right, because they steal and then they flip it. Yeah, that's obnoxious.
Yeah, so that's... In a way, you're kind of making Conflict less OP.
Maybe even need to side Newdoria and do that full swap.
Oh,
especially if you're going to see Conflict a lot. All right, there's a Zoma on the end phase, and we're seeing 2 Newdoria set from Terramaster. Not your Terramaster, sorry.
Terramaster.
My God, how'd you get here and there?
I don't know.
We're swinging in these Newdorias. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to see this go through.
Yeah,
and then
he's going to pop the face down. Because if he draws a Parasite here, he has a target now. Okay, he might.
Yep, Allure's going to get him there.
There it is.
So lucky. That's a good one.
We're not going to see it. He's holding back on us.
I'm wondering why.
Come on.
Oh, and there's a Moth in Jian's hands now.
Ooh, that's a disgusting hand.
This is nasty. He wants to get Zoma off the field right now. He doesn't want a Parasite target anymore, so that's going to work with the Newdoria. But we have now he gets a Parasite target. No problem. Unless he Parasites his own Zoma, that'd be big brain. But we're gonna see double Moth next turn here for Jian.
Yeah.
If nothing happens. And what do we have a set there? Was that
That's a Dust. So he's not gonna though, because why take away your Parasite target?
Oh yeah. No. What's the set monster he just set?
Oh, it's Dekoichi.
Oh, it's Dekoichi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's even more.
I'm actually surprised Jian didn't go ahead and Parasite end phase there.
Yeah, Parasite end phase, obviously it's good because even if you get dusted, you can Parasite again on your turn.
Right.
Looks like he's not worried about the dust.
No, he's not. He's just main phase Parasiting. I think he was thinking that even if he dusts, he can just summon the 1 Moth and be okay with it.
And then he could always Parasite again and use the actual skill. But this is the bread and butter of the Moth deck right here. Here's 2 Moths, and he's probably going to use his 3rd effect to shuffle the Parasite back in, draw the card. Yep. So nasty. And keep in mind, folks, he is not normal summoned yet. Oh, Visor Shock?
That's it.
No way.
That's it,
isn't it? Shock one that's return everything to hand?
Yeah, it is. That's it. That's game.
Contributing for Visor Shock. Yes.
Yeah, he can chain the Zoma, but he's got Dust Tornado. That's game.
That is so game.
Oh
That is game. Yeah. Visor Shock's so weak, but complemented with the Moth is game. That's amazing.
He tributed a 3,500 monster for a 800 monster.
It's like a slap in the face. Like, why would you tribute that? But no, the effects are so good. And he banished the Sphere Kribo as the dark target for a lure.
I know. He did. He had to. Yep.
Yeah, he had to. I mean, his hand was dead, so he was going to lose the next turn anyway. But oh no, what are these hands? We're going into game 2, so siding is taking place. We have a lot of Sphere Kribos in this deck. I mean, obviously good dark targets. So Sphere and Allure Darkness is fine first hand because it gives you the opportunity to kind of mold it how you want to. We have a Zoma. Oh, there's a Jinzo.
We have a first Jinzo siding of the tournament.
Okay, so Gearfried set Zoma. All right, we're definitely gonna. It looks like we're most likely gonna have a monster to tribute for Jinzo here, though, because we're seeing a set Dekoichi, Dust, and Zoma. So now here's where some people start popping Zoma on your opponent's draw phase, just because they're so afraid of the Jinzo. But I mean, it doesn't matter. Jinzo's gonna be Jinzo. Yeah. So we're using
Oh, whoa! He sided into inner conflict.
He sided in. I was like, "What? You can do that?"
Goodness.
There's the Dekoichi. This is exactly what you were talking about. Yes. We have 2 Jinzo.
Oh,
he has 2 Jinzo in his deck. He changed the deck entirely.
He did. He sided into a full inner conflict deck.
The flip draw and tribute for Jinzo. This is it. This is the OTK.
This is it. Yeah, he's got the Sphere though, so he's barely going to dodge it, and then he's going to turn the game completely around with the Parasite.
Oh my god! And I don't think I've seen an offerings. Oh yeah, Parasite though. Parasite and then Jinzo, and then we're gonna see 2 Moths. Yeah, I think he has a chance, and it's over now.
Well, there's a Sphere in Jian's hand as well, so it's not over quite yet.
Yeah, but he's got 2,000 life points. He had to have them for inner conflict. I think that he's gonna get completely overwhelmed here.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the one downside. Usually, it doesn't matter in inner conflict because you've already won, so you don't even think about the life points.
Right.
But he's gonna survive just barely, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do? He's got 2 tributes in hand that can't really run over those Moths, because he does have the Zoma to tribute, but he's at this point he's just waiting to get Dust Tornadoed.
I think he just has to hold his ground with Zoma because he knows Linkmaster can't swing into it, but he can with that Zoma. Yeah, he's got 22 life.
Oh, and he drew the offerings.
Oh yeah, let's offerings him just to.
And the Dust. He had 4 answers to that thing.
Oh wow. Holy cow, that was a back and forth. You really thought it was over for 5 Dimension.
Yeah, you really thought so. That's a pretty cool Smokescreen to go Moth into inner conflict. The 2 top decks just kind of mixing into each other there. I like that.
Yeah, it's some people are completely molding their side around, essentially feeling like the deck's totally new.
Yeah. Ooh, this is an interesting banish choice. Yep. I was wondering if he would get rid of his Midoriya, but he did not.
Shock was a cool gimmick that first game, but I think that it's a little bit of a liability in the hand. We can have something else. Yeah. We're gonna see another Allure most likely banish the Sphere. Yeah, well, there's a gap. You have the Divine Soul proved pretty well here.
It's a first gap sighting.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of set Nidoriyas and Dekoichis, so that's going to be pretty good. We got an end phase Zoma here, with 2 Nidoriyas set and 2 back row on 5 Dimension side. Yeah, we can see a full field here.
And as a side note, I do want to point out, looking at the chat, Jian is still Bakura. So we're not waiting for a Parasite from both sides here, just from the one side, and the one side we're waiting on.
Yeah,
probably Jinzo.
Jian is going all in though. He's reckless abandon with the Parasite.
Yeah, he's
just not playing around it at all.
No.
But 5 Dimension's hand is not favorable right now. He really needs 3 use.
He's got plenty of backup too here. Jian does, with that Nidoriya face down. So even if he gets even if there's 2 Moths, he can survive the turn.
Honestly, I think I would flip Nidoriya here and just really slam into his face.
Really slam into his face.
Yeah, you got offerings in Zoma. Beating over Zoma with Nidoriya would be really nice. That's a good play. No, he's going into battle. He's keeping that Nidoriya.
Yeah, he's just keeping it as a backup plan. I don't know. I think I agree with you, because Conflict is just that type of deck where your win condition is really just how much pressure you can put on your opponent. So,
right. Even without the Nidoriya flipped, though, that's a lot of pressure. We're taking some damage, but...
Yeah.
And he's going to take that. He's not going to burn Sphere yet. Sphere's like a death throw, last-ditch effort.
Yeah, it is.
A Night Beam set?
Night Beam set?
Interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Especially when there's only 1 card. You could easily kill it right now.
It's true. We could just end phase dust that Night Beam.
Ooh. Oh. But this isn't a good time to draw it.
So the Tribute Midoriya here for Jinzo would be clutch. Now, I
No.
mean, I think he's got a good grip on this.
No, he can't do that. Let me point out because he can't. He would negate his own Zomas.
Oh, you're so
Don't forget
right.
about that. Yeah.
You're right. That's right. You negate the Zomas. But this is where Jinzo works against you, though, because you've seen a lot of the decks where I'm seeing that run Jinzo. It's like, oh, there's the sphere on that second one.
Yeah.
But a lot of the decks I'm seeing that run Jinzo are also trying to do Zoma Nightmare Wheel. And it's like, I feel like it's a very particular time you gotta draw Jinzo. Also, a lot of people favor Dust Tornado over Twister. So it's like a double-edged sword. But there's the Night Beam hitting that dust.
Yeah, I think that's what's really good in this, like, to introduce Jinzo to this trap meta, because, like, yeah, it hurts your opponent, but it can also hurt, like, what cards you can have along with it.
Right.
Alright, here we go. Parasite. One Zoma parasited. Flip that Cocoon.
So it's going to be Double Moth.
Double Moth.
The Midoriya is pretty clutch here.
But he also can't kill the Zoma. He has to waste his offerings on it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, you're right. He's at 400. Yeah, he can't beat over that Zoma.
Yeah, I think, honestly, right now, to me, it looks like Midoriya is going to win in this game because he also has Inner Conflict in Jinzo.
Can he tribute for Gap here, though? That would put Midoriya up. Yeah,
yes.
Tribute for Gap, put Midoriya up.
That's smart. That is so smart.
Do maximum life point damage here.
The YOLO Allure failed.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay, so here's that. This actually, oh yeah, that's game.
Is this lethal? I didn't want to do the math.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he goes the Jinzo and the Gearfried.
That's exactly 2,300. That's lethal.
That's insane.
That's insane. Gap turned it around. That's wow.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. I didn't even think about that. Like I didn't think 1,200, 3,500. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, there were a lot of opportunities where, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think that he kind of sat on that Midoriya too long.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look at 5 Dimension was at 400, but if we went aggressive with all 3 monsters, then it might have been a different story.
Yeah, he would have had to pop that Offerings, which would have given him one less card in his hand at the very least.
And that last card that he drew, I think, was the Gap.
Yeah.
Or he had the Gap and Sphere Creepo in his hand, which, I mean, both were super clutch there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think if he was more aggressive, he might have had it. He might have had it. Especially once you've gone through like the first turn of not flipping Midoriya and you didn't get parasited, now you know that he doesn't have a parasite, right? So
yeah, now you're free to kind of do whatever.
Right.
But also he knows that obviously if you're not flipping that on the next turn, it's not a Dekoichi, he knows it's an Midoriya. So you kind of give it away anyway.
Yeah.
There's no other monster like that right now with this deck, so yeah.
All right, well, that's all we have for this one. So we now have our 2 finalists, and we will see you for Jian versus FiveDimensionTCG in the finals. Terramaster and Rook out.